Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is a tent. Well, it's kind of a tent. It was a tent in my head when I was designing it, and then I started adding paper and things like that, and it changed very slightly, but it is a tent shape, kind of. And the way to open it, well, you simply slide the DSP off, and you open it at the top, and that's where you put your goodies and treats and sweets and all sorts of goodies and lovely things in. And that's how you do it. So I'm going to show you how to make it. This is the beautiful new Into the Woods Designer Series paper, which I love. And I love it because I was gifted a packet of it when I was out in Madeira on our incentive trip. And I fell in love with it straight away. Couldn't resist using it. And that's kind of, you know, why I've chosen this pattern in this colour cardstock. And I'm actually going to remake it identically for you because I just love it. So the piece of paper, or cardstock rather, you need is 11 by 4 inches, 28 by 10. And that means you can get 2 from one sheet of cardstock. We always love it if you can use cardstock to the maximum, don't we? Okay, so the scoring. With the long side at the top, I'll give you imperial first, then I'll follow it with metric. You score it at 3.5, 5 1/4, 8 3/4, and 10.5 inches, which is 9, 13.5, 22.5, and 27 centimetres. We're also going to put a couple of little notches in, just little marks, so that we can create this beautiful scored line here. And that comes at 4 3/8 of an inch, and I'm just doing like a little divot there. So 4 3/8 of an inch. And 9 5/8 of an inch, and in metric yours is going to come at 11 1/4, 11.25 centimetres and 24.7 centimetres. So that's where you're going to go. This we're going to turn to the left, so your little notches are butted up to the left hand side, and score it at 2 3/4 inches, which is 7 centimetres. Okay. And then these little notches, we're going to score lines from there down to these corners on both of them. So I'm just grabbing my steel ruler. And just create this triangular shape. And the whole tent thing has come about because obviously we've just had the summer, and not that we've gone camping this year. I kind of... Actual camping I'm a bit of a wimp for, but we have gone and visited my family who do the camping thing, and my parents have actually got a teepee. Not that they stay in it, but they have it, you know, it's a great thing to have set up so that small children can run in and out of it and go and play if they want to. And so I was kind of going with the old-fashioned tent shape. My eldest brother's got an awesome pop-up tent. If I was going to do camping, I'd do that. It took him about 5 minutes to put up. So yeah, so that's kind of why I was going with the tent shape. Okay, so the bits to remove, this little skinny rectangle down here, get rid of that, and then just cut straight up the other 3 score lines. Okay, right, where's my adhesive? Here it is. So I've got my fast fuse, so I'm going to run a bit down that section there and just fold it all flat, and then that's going to be the back of the box. Not particularly that you see the inside and outside, but close that up and run some more adhesive along there, and it's just going to line up perfectly. And when you pinch these sides in, just make that stick. That's better. When you pinch that in, these scored lines that you've created, they're going to be perfect. Now the DSP that wraps around it is exactly the same width, so 3.5 inches wide by 8 inches long, and it's going to wrap around, so you kind of have to, you know, get a bit of a grip on it, and just roughly, I fold it that way round, you start folding when this is at the bottom. I haven't put any scored lines in because I don't want it to be too tight. I want you to be able to still, you know, slide the tent in and out. Fold it round and over the top. Whoops! Lost hold of it. So I'm gently burnishing with my fingers. And then there. So I've kind of got pinched marks now, and I'm just going to reinforce them a little bit. So they're more of a guide than anything. There we go. So that will now fold over and keep, whoops, don't throw it at yourself, and that will keep the tent closed. So I'm just going to run some adhesive along this section. There it is, it's right on the desk next to me. Close it all up, and that will slide on and off without any problem whatsoever. So now it's just a case of decorating. So again, going with the whole into the woods bit, and again, this was a stamp set that I was gifted, Light-Hearted Leaves. I absolutely adore this sentiment. Every leaf speaks to me, can't even say it, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Emily Bronte. Love it. Beautiful. What a wonderful phrase. So, popping it onto my block, and it's Rich Razzleberry, which is the ink colour here. It's the purpley colour that's sort of scattered in the background, and with this matching into the woods cotton ribbon. So I'm going for that with my stamping. It's one of those. I'm going to punch this with a 2-inch circle punch. Gently sponge the edges. So this is soft suede cardstock that I had in the background, so I'm going to go with that again, just to soften down the edges a little bit. And what else have I got? I haven't got very many of these little embellishments left, because actually I put them on a big project. So I'm just going to grab an acorn. This is the matching ribbon, the cotton ribbon. Oh, let's see if I can get a bow tied. So I'm making bunny ears to see if it'll work. I have been practicing my bows, honestly. That's not too bad. Don't want it too big though. Look at that, yay! Oh, that girl. Not too much wastage either. Gosh, that's unusual. Okay, so now just to put it together, so I'm going to get some dimensionals to lift this one up. And into the middle. And I've got mini glue dots, for one for the back of the acorn. I would like to have had a leaf, would have made more sense, but yeah, it's on a project somewhere else. So have that there. And we'll have some glue dots on the back of this, just at the top. And that is my little autumnal tent made. How sweet. I love it. You can imagine these on a table maybe for Thanksgiving perhaps, something like that. I don't know, we don't have Thanksgiving here in the UK. I don't know, you know, how you set your tables up, but a few of those on the table, lovely. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon.